Michigan, 5:12 now as we wake up on this Friday morning, and you can definitely see traffic moving along very smoothly through downtown Grand Rapids, tracking a fairly mild stretch of weather, not just for today, but really through the weekend and beyond. As the weather pattern shifts a touch, we shoot that Arctic cold air back to the north, even into northern, central and northern sections of Canada, and allows some milder weekend to weather to move into West Michigan in time for the weekend. In fact, this weekend we're looking at high temperatures well above the freezing mark, so you'll be able to finally get out and maybe chisel away some of that ice and snow off your driveways and sidewalks. The pattern, by the way, does hold near 30 degrees right through the majority of next week. Now, temperatures outside this morning were in the high 20s to low 30s. A little bit of a wind out there this morning, but the big story really is the improvement in temperatures just from 24 hours ago. We have readings that are a good 15 to 25 degrees warmer than we were at this point yesterday morning across most of central and southern lower Michigan. Still looking at wind chills in the teens to near 20 degrees, but certainly some significantly warmer air moving in. And as you can see, the core of that really cold air has retreated to the north of Lake Superior, and that's where the coldest air is finally going to be located, at least for the next several days. Now, as we look at Storm Track Live radar, not a lot going on. A little bit of light snow across northern lower Michigan and the UP. Expanding the view, we're watching this little disturbance here, western Wisconsin into central Minnesota. As that drops southward, notice what happens with the Futurecast computer models. We stay dry today. Lots of clouds. Could see a few glimpses of sunshine this morning, but the clouds will tend to win out. By early tomorrow morning, we start to see a little bit of that light snow move through. Nothing more than just a light dusting at the very most, and that will clear out pretty quickly tomorrow. We're back to a little more light snow later Saturday into early Sunday morning, and again, that would be very minimal in terms of the precipitation associated with that one as well. And then as we look at the rest of that Storm Team 8-day forecast, we are looking at temperatures that will be in the upper 20s for highs. Again, for Monday with partial sunshine, some light snow moves in late Tuesday into Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But again, we keep that Arctic air off the map. So for those of you who were hoping the weather would finally warm a little bit so we could at least get outside and enjoy the winter weather that has returned to West Michigan, you're finally going to get your wish. Meteorologist Ellen Baca, though, looking at the extremes, one half of January versus the other.
Yeah, we do a pretty big flip-flop, and we also have some really interesting comparisons between this January and last January. So far this month, we've seen about 21 inches of snow, a good almost foot above average, and that gives us a seasonal snowfall of about 52.3 inches. Now, last January, we had 54 inches, so we're within 2 inches here of our seasonal snow from last year. Pretty interesting. You can see that seasonal comparison right here. We're within 2 inches between this season and last season. Now, something else that's really interesting, those of you that follow the ice cover on the Great Lakes, right now we are way ahead of where we were this time last year. Right now we have 34.2% ice cover on the Great Lakes. Last year we only had 21% at this time. So here's a look at where we've been so far. Yes, there have been a lot of really brutally cold days. You can see only a handful of days have been above average with those 33 degrees there. And then 2 days we've had our low temperatures dip below average. Here's where we stand looking ahead. Notice our temperatures are a lot closer to that red line, meaning we're going to be a lot closer to 30 degrees. Notice it does look like we finish out the month, though, back into the teens. Still a few days in the 30s, I think are going to be a welcome change, especially after all that Arctic air we've dealt with.
That's just incredibly interesting. I would have thought that last year was much more brutal than this year.
And so far, if we just look at the numbers, you know, we're within 2 inches here, and then ice cover wise, we're way ahead, probably because our lake was so much colder this summer. So it can freeze
so it just goes more quickly here. Does that mean it's going to shut off the lake effect here more quickly?
That's the hope, but we'll have to wait and see.
But if we get another push of milder air in early February, then that could set the stage for some late February and March significant snow. So a lot of variables to consider.
Yeah, I guess it keeps us in business, right?
The big bonus, we are gaining minutes of daylight on the end of the day. Sunset today, 5:34. So we gained almost a half hour on the end of the day.
And it's actually warm enough to go outside and enjoy it.
Yes, exactly.
All right, thank you, Terry.